Hello, welcome back. So it's been a while. I thought I would get on and share a little bit about what's going on, kind of a channel update, if you will. As you know, it's been a bit over a year since I've done a video, and main reason for that has been some family issues that have taken some time and, more importantly, some energy and heart kind of out of life. Even though I've been involved in the hobby quite a bit, through the last year. I just haven't had the heart to do anything on the YouTube. Um, and the other reason is that at that time my computer crashed, and so I got a new computer, and again didn't have the heart to find all the stuff I needed to get back up and running. So as a result, this video is not going to have the same music because I don't remember where I found that and the other things. So it is what it is. This will be maybe the channel 2.0. I don't know if I'd go that drastic, but at any rate, so going forward, I'm not exactly for sure what I'll be able to do. I just wanted to start with this. As I said, even though I have not been doing any YouTubing, I have been enjoying the hobby quite a bit. And since the last time I did a video, the games that I have tried and started that I hadn't before, I did some APBA golf. Got a really good deal on that on the secondary market, and picked up a couple courses and seasons card sets myself, and like it. Not as much as ASG, I don't think, even though there's a lot of similarities between the two. And I probably like ASG better just because that's what I started with. I tend to be a loyalist at heart, but APBA game as a good golf game. Also picked up APBA hockey and enjoyed that very much. All the things that I had heard made me think that it would be very difficult, but it actually wasn't too bad. And I haven't played that in a little while, but I did play that and enjoyed it. It's a very good game. Another game, which has probably become one of my favorite basketball game, I would say for sure, is ASG Hoops. Very well done game, flows great, got the detail without it being too complicated. Some good seasons there, and I have enjoyed that very much. Again, it's my favorite basketball game, even though replay basketball is great and I love it. I would say, for me anyway, ASG is kind of taken over the place for my favorite basketball game. Thanks to Kurt Berglund, I have been tried Play Ball, Field Day, and Fall Classic, all done by Greg Sovan, I believe was the gentleman's name. I think he passed about a year ago, maybe a little bit, not quite that long, but I can't remember for sure. But it is amazing that one guy could create three games. Definitely some similarities, but definitely three different games. Of the three, the one I have gravitated to the most is Fall Classic. Been playing it a lot and enjoying it very much. Probably the next video that I do will be talking about that, or maybe playing a game with it on the channel. I haven't done a game obviously in a while either, so thought maybe that would be enjoyable. And again, like it a lot. And there's some things that we could talk about that. Today is March the 1st of 2025, and this is the first year in a while that I haven't picked up the Stratomatic Retro Season offering. And even though 1970 is a great year and I don't have that in the old version, I just haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. I guess with even though Stratomatic is a great game and I love it and always will, it's probably not in my rotation quite as much. And I do have 1970 and other seasons replay. I have it I think I picked it up in PDF for season ticket baseball, and so even I have it in other seasons. I tend to enjoy, as you know, as played uh, replays because I don't want my head to explode. Um, and so with Strat not carding everybody and not having a PDF option like some of the other companies, I find myself um, leaning a bit more to some of the other games, especially Fall Classic now. So I probably will get it eventually just because I've got such a big collection of Stratomatic baseball that I feel like I probably should get that. But again, interestingly enough, I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. As the past few years, I go ahead and get it as soon as it's able to be ordered. I've picked up a lot of replay baseball seasons. Got my collection up on that quite a bit. Just picked up the 1981 season and the 35 that came out. Not a big diamond gem, but I did pick up their dead ball season and their, I think they put the 20s and 30s together, or maybe the 30s and the 40s. I can't remember for sure, but I did pick that up. It had some Negro League offerings in there. So I've been doing that. Um, so that's kind of what's been going on. Um, so that's about all I got to say. So anyway, I might be trying to do some Fall Classic stuff. Maybe a video talking about it, or a game of it. I've been doing some 1953 with that's the season that I purchased. The cards are great, very well done, good quality. Got a few other ones, a PDF. I've got actually a pretty good printing system I got a nice printer that has the kind of ink that it doesn't take cartridges, which at least the one I had was robbing me blind. I bought this one a while ago and still have the same ink that I poured into it in the beginning. And I've printed a ton. So I got a good printing setup going. Found some good card stock. It's the same measurements as what I was picking up at Walmart. You can see some of it behind me. They're over my other shoulder. And so I got the same card stock quality at Staples, and the difference is very noticeable. So the Staples is quite a bit better than what I was getting at Walmart. It's more expensive too, but even though the weight and the grams and whatever they use to measure it is the same, it's not the same. And so picking that up, getting the ink. I also invested in a better card or a better cutter. It's see that it's the kind that this is always backward, that you pull like this. I bought one that was like an arm, that you pull down, but it always moved and I couldn't get it to cut straight, so I sent it back. But picked this one up and on Amazon. So anyway, been very pleased with it. It does a good job. So I picked up one of those. So again, I'm find myself doing a bit more of the PDF, which I'm generally not crazy about. I prefer the cards, but they're getting so expensive, and me having a relatively inexpensive setup, I find PDF is working out pretty good. I've got a really good setup with the Fall Classic cards and the Field Day, to where that I got their measurements down, and so when I'm cutting them, they're very nice with that new paper I got. And another little cool thing, I'm going to move the camera. I know when people do this, it makes me dizzy as allowed, so if it makes you dizzy, look away. But kind of got kind of like a board with what those are like 2-inch wood little wood, just wood things, and then I found a 2-inch um, label that you can print, and so I kind of got me a nice little board with my I got like the standings there with the 53 season and the other ones there. On the sides are basically just you know, other teams that if I want to play another game, I usually about got everybody up there, at least close enough. And then I use them here on my table. Let's see, that's going to be pretty light. Let me see if I can darken that a little. Hold on one second. Again, if I'm making you dizzy, I'm sorry. There we go. So I kind of keep them when I'm playing my Fall Classic. So this dice thing, I got that from Tebow, and it works great. I can shake it as much as I want and get really good results. Wish my hand was steadier. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. But it works out really good. One thing about the dice tower that always frustrated me is that at least every game I would throw at least 2 or 3 of them in the floor, and then I would have enough spares to hopefully get through the game without having to pick them up. But for some reason, it always agitated me. So this way, I don't have to pick them up off the floor. I haven't lost one yet. You just put your hand over it and give it a good shake. This is Yankee candle lid, so that works out really well. And then so I got my Fall Classic set up there. So anyway, I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I also got over there, I got that's my big one where I keep everything. And then over here, again, doing some 53, I've got like a scoreboard for the day. So I'm on Sunday, April 19th. And you can see the scores there, the game so far. This game between the Browns and the Tigers are the last one of this day, Sunday, April 19th. Those teams on the bottom didn't play this day, so you can see there that the Braves beat up on the Cardinals, for example, and the Yankees and the Athletics split a doubleheader. So I guess the other games were rained out. So anyway, that's kind of what I got going on there. Like I said, I've said in other videos that a little mojo goes a long way, and it's terribly nerdy, but if you're going to be a nerd, be the best nerd you can be, right? So, so close your eyes. I'm going to kind of put the camera back up here. So again, when people do this on their videos, it makes me dizzy, but let's see, how's that? There we go. So I'll turn my lights back on my table here so I can see. I'm getting blind as a bat, so I need a lot of light to be able to see the cards. Fall Classic, the cards are nice, good size. They're a little bit bigger than a APA card, which is about a playing card size, and not quite as big as season ticket. So they actually, for me, is about the right size card. But so anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing. Trying to think if there's any other games that I never had before, but I'm pretty sure that was it. APBA hockey, APBA golf, the ASG basketball, again, great game. And then the Greg Sovan, I believe that's his name. If I'm mispronouncing that, please forgive me. His games, and again, Fall Classic is the one that I'm gravitating to. I've tried, again, all 3, but that one is the one I'm enjoying the most, at least for now. I heard somebody say somewhere that their favorite baseball sim is the one they're playing right now, and there's a bit of truth to that. At least that's been my experience. There's some guys who latch onto one and stick with it, and I kind of, there's benefits to that, I'm sure, but I tend to be one who, the flavor of the month. You know, I've got my favorites, and I've got the things that I'm looking for in a sim, but I tend to move around a little bit. So at any rate, that's all I got. So I appreciate those, again, who have been following the channel and reaching out. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of an update about what's going on. Again, going forward, I'm not exactly for sure what will be, but I just wanted to make you aware of what was going on. and the family issue is kind of settled down. We've got into a tolerable pattern. I also had started a new job when I finished, so that also kind of got me derailed a little bit as well. You know, when you're starting a new job and learning it, that can take a little extra time. But so I've been there a year, and great job, best job I ever had. So that's going well. And again, the family thing, we're getting it worked out into a tolerable pattern. And as you can see, I've got the computer back up and running. Got a new computer right away, but I just didn't, again, have the heart to find all the things I needed to do a YouTube video. So at any rate, feel free to chime in. I'll try to do my best to respond to comments as much as I can. I know that was something that was really important before, and time willing, I'll try to do my best. I know that I haven't been able to keep up with that the last year, but going forward, I'll see if I can't promise anything, but I'll do my best. So at any rate, I've rambled on enough. I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you next time.